What is up, Guardians, and welcome to Schwille Gaming, where you can stay up to date with Destiny content. I want to start off by saying this channel just hit 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the support. When I started making content, I really didn't know if people would pay attention to and engage in it the way you guys have, especially with the likes of guys like Rick Kakis, Aztecross, and Jarv just putting out great content every day. I didn't think people would care what I had to say. So seriously, thank you, and I hope to keep creating content you guys like. If there's any topics you guys want to see covered on this channel, don't be shy. Let me know in the comments. Now, as for today's video, we know Bungie just announced a pretty extensive list of exotics that are getting nerfed and buffed. One of those exotics getting nerfed is the widely used and very meta Starfire Protocol. Starfire Protocol has been super meta this season with how cracked it's made fusion grenades, and especially if you set your build up right, you can get your grenades back very fast. Starfire builds have been tearing through challenges lately, but with the nerf coming in Season 21 on May 23rd, it seems as though Warlocks will need a new meta, and today we'll be taking a look at the build that I believe will take that place. Let's get into it. Since Starfire Protocol is getting nerfed next season, Warlocks may have to find the next best thing. The build that I believe will take that place is none other than Sunbracers. Sunbracers are an exotic pair of gloves that on melee kills grant you unlimited solar grenades for a short period. If set up right, you can decimate a whole room of adds with ease and have a ton of fun in the process. For our super, we'll be using Well of Radiance. For our class ability, we'll be using Phoenix Dive. For our melee, we'll be using Celestial Fire, and for our grenades, we'll obviously be using solar grenades. For aspects, you'll want Touch of Flame to make our solar grenades burn longer, and Heat Rises. When Heat Rises is active, Phoenix Dive scorches targets. For fragments, we'll be using Ember of Ashes to apply more scorch to targets. Ember of Resolve, where solar grenade final blows cure you, which should be all the time since solar grenades are the main focus of this build. Ember of Searing, where defeating scorched targets grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite. This will play into getting our melee back faster to trigger and get those unlimited solar grenades. And Ember of Searing, where our class ability recharges faster when we scorch targets. In your kinetic weapon slot, you can run any primary type weapon you like. I have on a Fatebringer hand cannon. You might want to run something with a little range, but anything you choose should work fine here. In your energy weapon slot, you'll want to run the new solar fusion rifle from this season, the Royal Executioner. If you've watched my videos, you know I swear by the perk Reservoir Burst, and you already know I'm going to suggest having that perk on this fusion. Reservoir Burst makes targets explode on death when the battery is full. That explosion will be solar since this fusion is solar, and will also hurt other targets close to that explosion. This fusion is super easy to get as you can literally just focus it at the war table in the helm so you get the roll you want. It's also craftable, so when you unlock the pattern, you can craft it how you want if you want to go that route. And in our heavy weapon slot, you'll want the Cataclysmic Linear Fusion Rifle. You can acquire Cataclysmic from the Vow of the Disciple raid, and it too is craftable. Moving on to armor, you're going to want to make sure you have at least 100 strength to get your melee back fast to trigger unlimited solar grenades, and maybe something like 100 resilience. Discipline is normally a stat I would max out on Warlock, but since our melee gives us unlimited grenades, Discipline is kind of obsolete here. If you need help focusing your stats and obtaining high stat armor, follow the link at the top of your screen. On your helmet, put on a heavy ammo finder and harmonic siphon to generate orbs on solar weapon kills, and harmonic targeting for better targeting on solar weapons. Our gloves will be the exotic Sunbracers, which we know give us unlimited grenades on melee kills. Put on Fastball to throw your grenades further, Momentum Transfer to replenish melee energy on grenade damage, and Firepower to generate orbs on grenade kills. On your chest, you'll want Solar Reserves, and Emergency Reinforcement will help us with survivability. On your legs, you'll want Solar Surge to buff solar weapon damage when you pick up orbs, and 2 Invigorations which reduce melee cooldown when you pick up orbs. And on your bond, you'll want 2 Outreaches which reduce melee cooldown when using your class ability, and Reaper which will generate an orb on our first kill after using our class ability. This build is super powerful and I think is going to make a good contender as the new Warlock meta next season. So the whole idea here is to kind of keep this chain going. Tick some damage off an enemy with your primary, finish it off with your solar melee, hurl endless grenades for a short time, and consume the last one. Activate Phoenix Dive into some enemies, that's going to scorch targets and replenish some melee energy thanks to the mod Outreach. Our other mods should have also gave us some melee energy. If that doesn't fill your melee all the way up, then all the chaos we just caused should have generated a ton of orbs and fire sprites. Pick all of those up and you should be good, then start the whole chain over again. And anything the chain doesn't kill, just fry them with Royal Executioner. So what do you guys think? Do you think Sunbraces will be the new Warlock meta? If not, then what do you think it will be? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.